welcome to 2K Sports. We're ready to brighten the weekend with some... Well, this last stretch of the season could be the final NBA games for some of the aging stars in the league. Grant, when did you know it was time?
Well, you know, B.A., I made it 19 years in the league, and at 40 years old, I was kind of happy to be done. But I hope that all the guys retiring this year have the same closure I had.
So the Houston starting five. Jalen Green is out there with Shepard. Then there's Alperen Şengün. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Houston in at the 3 slot. Pass to Magician. Just 5 to shoot from 12 feet. Good on the jump shot.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Here's Shepard. The 11-footer. Easy breezy with a rebound. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Mobley outside. Out to the right wing. Magician, the pass to Mobley. Over to the wing. Let's go with a 3. Pure from three-point range. Magician's got 5 points.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Here's Clutch. A reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Pass to Easy Breezy. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And here's Shepard for 3. Chicago with a rebound. These guys are unreal. 27 straight victories, which ties the win total of that star-studded Miami Heat team back in 2013.
And we're looking at a team that has proven they can win against anyone in this league, even given a variety of factors. It's maybe going out on a stretch to say they've reached an all-time great status. But hey, there's an argument for it.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Houston. Here's Shepard. 19-footer. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts. And we've got... a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Whitmore's checked in for Shepard. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. The Rockets, number 1.
Over the last few weeks, they've been high-flying, getting up and down the court with conviction.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. Chicago leading by 4. It's stolen away. And here we go, the Rockets in transition. And Şengün throw it down.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Here's Stevens. Here's Hunter, and he buries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Green. 27 points his last game. The three. Offensive board. Outside Whitmore. Connects from downtown.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
36 seconds left in the first quarter here. Norris off target with the three. The Rockets trail. And there's Thompson on the assist by Whitmore.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
There's a screen. Here's Stevens. And the layup falls. Now here's Green. He's closely guarded. Out to Thompson. Fires for three. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. It's Houston up 2. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Houston.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
They've got Evan Mobley. DeAndre Hunter is out there with Toppin. And it's easy breezy in at the 1. Here's Hunter. Cashes in the 12-footer. Hunter's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Attacking the heart of this defense. That's 8 straight points inside.
Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers: Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
And for Houston, we've got Amen Thompson, also Jeremiah Robinson-Earl out there, and it's Whitmore in at the shooting guard position. And for the Cavaliers, DeAndre Hunter is out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's Mobley, and it's Magician in a 2-guard. Thompson outside. Pass to Person. Shot clock at 6. Out to Thompson. Drains the triple. Thompson's got 8 points.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Easy breezy, the pass to the Magician. Here's Easy breezy. Hunter finds Toppin. Pass to Easy breezy. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Easy breezy's got 5 points in the quarter.
Now put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Shot's good by Thompson.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. So both teams making some changes here. Okay, a moment to check out the league leaders in steals. Second, Amen Thompson.
And he's such a plus defensively for his team. Those steal numbers scare opponents and lead to fast break buckets.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Easy breezy. He has 7. Jacks up with 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Magician's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players. Michael, LeBron. Well, let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Toppin passes to Easy Breezy. Here's Clutch. Here's Easy Breezy. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
Rockets trail by 4. Pass to Christie. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Chicago has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Here's Easy Breezy. Into the lane. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Şengün.
Heading play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Chicago.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And on top of that, they've been dialed in from deep. And if they keep it up, it could be a big night for them.
Houston making some changes. Robinson Earls checked in for Thompson, and Green is subbed in for Christie. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive. As he gets more comfortable in unlocking his potential, we'll see Green get more comfortable in moving the ball.
Easy Breezy, the pass to Clutch. Pass to Easy Breezy. For 3. Toppin passes to the Magician. On target from range. Magician's got 11.
He got a 3 to fall in the first, and now his second in this quarter. Not a trend the defense wants to see.
Here's Robinson Earl. Outside Whitmore. Puts it up from 17. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Whitmore's got 5 points now in the quarter. There's a screen by Toppin. Easy Breezy, the pass to Toppin. Here's Clutch. Another 3 for Chicago.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Robinson Earl. Green with the ball. Launches it. The shot won't fall. Chicago leading by 6. And there's the screen. Here's Magician. Green covering. He gets it in there. He's got 13.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Green going at the D. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Chicago ahead. They're up by 8. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up.
And taking a look at the Cavaliers, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part, the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for Chicago.
It's all been gravy, baby.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Chicago has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line in this one. So on the floor for Houston. Shepard is out there with Green. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Alperen Şengün. And it's Houston in at the small forward position. Shot clock at 5. Here's Easy Breezy. It's good. Easy Breezy's got 10 points in the game.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now. Ooh, bouncy. That should give them a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
He takes it in. Easy Breezy shot is good.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Up top, Şengün. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific, scoring just around 20 points a game.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Easy Breezy. Green covering. Clutch passes to Easy Breezy. Now here's Mobley from deep. Counted from distance.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Now that we're late into the season, here's how the East stacks up. You look at Chicago, this season has been an absolute dream for them. They're currently at #1 as the postseason approaches.
When I look at Chicago, they've been terrific throughout the regular season, showing they may be just the team to beat in the postseason.
Pass to Şengün. Green with the ball. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24.5 a game. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. That'll put Amen Thompson on the line. It's going to be Evan Mobley. Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, BA. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
Here's Stevens. Smart outside. Here's Allen. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart. Allen's got his first points of the game.
Whoa, coming out hot, hot, hot. 4 out of 4 for the field. Okay.
Thompson passes to Green. And there's the drive. And it's hammered home by Green.
A vicious finish by Green. Boy, Jalen, this man can get up.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends before."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. Rockets trail by 10. Pass to Shepard. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Shepard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
And we've got a timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Both teams will make substitutions. And here's a look at some numbers for Jalen Green.
And his foul shooting has looked a little weaker over the last 5 games compared to where he was the rest of the season. I know how frustrating that can be, and I'm sure he's eager to turn it around.
Here's Easy Breezy. He's got 12. 1:52 left to play in the third. Pass to Allen. And Green comes to help. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Magician. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. And so Şengün will bring it up for the Rockets. 8-point game. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. Smart outside. To the left side wing. Pass to Mobley. Back to Smart. Fires from deep. And Smart nails the triple.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Outside, Green. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Pass to Mobley. Out to the right wing. Magician. Pass to Easy Breezy. Another three for Chicago.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Green. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Green is one of those players that always finds a way to create something offensively that gets his team good looks.
It's his first trip to the line. So both teams changing it up here. And so he makes both from the line.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Here's Easy Breezy. 15 points in the game. Offensive rebound. Here's Clutch. Drained it for 2 points. Clutch has got his second bucket of the night. And so it's Chicago, up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got DeAndre Hunter, and it's Magician in at the 2-guard position.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Here's Easy Breezy. And he lobs it up top. Şengün with a steal. To the inside.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And finished off by Hunter.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, man.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle. Evan Mobley, he's checked in for Hunter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Magician. Whitmore defending. Magician, the pass to Mobley. Fires it from 18. And it's good. 2 points. And the Cavaliers lead by 14.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Houston. On Monday, they go back home and will host the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Tuesday, the Minnesota Timberwolves will come to town.
And for that game against Los Angeles, that's where you have to bring your A-plus effort, especially when you know you're going to be facing a more talented team.
Houston making some changes. Thompson comes in for Robinson Earl. And Green is subbed in for Christie. Chicago leading by 12. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Easy breezy, the pass to Clutch. To the middle. It's picked off. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Whitmore. Oh! Unreal! That's what they came for.
Wow.
And just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
And making sure they convert by finishing strong.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And Houston making a change here. Houston's checked in. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Here's Easy Breezy. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Here's Clutch. Pass to Easy Breezy. 6 to shoot. Mobley, a screen on Green.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Rockets trail by 14. 1:43 left to play in the fourth quarter. Soft touch off the glass.
And one of Green's best attributes is that he doesn't really see contact. He will either go over it or through it.
Mobley, a screen on Green. To the wing, right side. He buries it from 3. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Cavaliers.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
Now, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And it's another win for this team. 54 victories for them this year.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Easy Breezy.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Mobley on a screen. Here's Clutch. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And that one's good. Green. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so here is Chicago. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Clutch. 5 to shoot. And he lobs it up to the rim. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down. There's 25 seconds left in the game. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Mobley on a screen. Easy Breezy, the pass to Clutch. Here's Magician. No good. And so Chicago takes the win. A clean win. And one where they clearly showed better energy.
You're so true. They put on a show here at home. And I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. As we leave, we present our player of the game.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer. So, Greg, with the season winding down, a lot of what-ifs for the teams. What about players? Do they experience that as well?
You can't help but wonder what could have been if your team struggled, Kevin. Players are just like fans in that regard.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Mobile. Magician is out there with Easy Breezy, and it's Clutch. Here's Easy Breezy past the Magician. Sinks the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
To the left side wing. Ball with a wide-open look. And it falls over the rim and in.
Well, just take what the defense gives you. If they concede the mid-range, LaMelo says, I like that shot.
Here's Easy Breezy. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Shoots the three. Another three for Chicago.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Hero finds ball. To the inside. And Harris gets it to go on the assist from Ball.
LaMelo Ball showing off that facilitation. That is pretty pick-and-roll basketball.
Here's Easy Breezy. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Clutch, good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Hero passes to Haywood. Now Hero from the arc. The three-pointer is right on target.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pass to Clutch. 6 to shoot from deep. The Hornets pull it in.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, LaMelo Ball.
Well, it's not often you see someone be this impactful on the defensive end, but that's what makes him special. I mean, he's been doing all the little things that don't necessarily show up in the box score, but you can bet his coach and teammates know that he's been carrying the team with his D.
At the top of the key, Hunter. Tapping a screen on Haywood. Pass to Steffens. Lets it go with the three. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Haywood against Hunter. Haywood kicks to Ball. And he drops in the way up off the glass. Ball's got his third basket of the night right there.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
Here's Smart. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Hero. And it's Harris with the ball for Charlotte. The kick out to Ball. To the paint. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
In the corner, it's Toppin. No good with the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Back to Harris. The Cavaliers pull it in. And this team is in the middle of an astonishing 28-game winning streak. Yep, 28. No matter when it finally ends, this will have been a historic run for them.
This is truly an all-time streak, and we're not talking about just for this franchise. We're talking about in the history of this league. The consistent dominance is something so rarely seen. You have to keep reminding yourself, just settle in and watch these guys work.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Charlotte.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
Brown out there with Pirtle. Then there's LaMelo Ball. And it's Simpson in at the point. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Inside, Pirtle. And it's blocked. Here's Magician. He's covered by Ball. Mobley misses. Charlotte's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Outside, Ball. Puts it up from 12. Chicago grabs the miss.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. There's the drive. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Chicago shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Hornets trail by 5. Will it go? And it's Magician with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
And that one, good.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
There's Ball with the 3. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
This guy is always ready to shoot the 3. LaMelo's so confident from distance.
Yeah, easy call.
The Cavaliers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Trailing by 5. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
The fadeaway. Count that one. Allen's got the lead up to 7 now for Chicago.
And Allen is a problem from right there. This guy's so good at using his body and his touch.
There's the lob for Harris. And that one goes out of bounds. They say last touch by Ball. A moment now to check out some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Christian Brown's checked in for Charlotte. So for the Hornets, their last game, a win against the Hawks in Atlanta. Pass to Mobo. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Smart. A terrific shot on a turnaround. Smart's got his first 2 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
You got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. 40 seconds left to play here in the half. Does not find the target. That makes him 3 for 5.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Pass to Allen. Over Harris. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Toppin. And now a 10-point Cavalier lead.
I'll tell you what, Jared Allen showing you he's got the mid-range game in his arsenal. Pretty jumper.
Hero against Smart. And it's sent back by Allen. Harris a screen on Chapman. Down low. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
And so it's Chicago in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll return shortly.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been clamoring to find out how the Rookie of the Year race is looking, and we are not letting you down.
These guys have made a great case all season long, Shaq, and now they're processing things even faster, making even better decisions. That's impressive.
Yeah, if your front office selected any one of these guys, you can say you won the draft.
And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Cavaliers.
They're playing the way they're supposed to. Run the offense until you get a good...
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Nice game. Great performance so far by LaMelo Ball.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Chicago leading by 8. Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. They got the Magician. Mobley is out there with Clutch. Then there's Easy Breezy. Mobley a screen on Ball. It's tipped. Here's the 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Here's Easy Breezy. He has 5. Mobley outside. And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Clutch. He's got 6. Mobley looking it over. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Easy Breezy, banked in off the glass. Easy Breezy's got the lead up to 10 now for the Cavs.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And he makes that one. Ball's got 14 points for the game.
There is just such enthusiasm, such a love for the game with LaMelo, shot after shot going down.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Now let's check out and highlight the best defenses in the NBA.
Well, allowing the fewest points per game in the entire league, this defense has been absolutely dominant. Give the coaches a ton of credit. Players are skilled and motivated. You've got good schemes. Very tough to score against this bunch.
Pass to Magician. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Out to the right wing. From past the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. And it's 9 points for Clutch.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
The 15-footer. Easy Breezy, no good.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And when you watch Hero play, it's no surprise he's a gym rat. He can score from any spot on the floor.
Pass to Clutch for three. Another three for Chicago.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Ball from long range. The Cavaliers pull it in. Mobley's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Easy Breezy. Mobley outside. Out to the wing. Magician passes to Mobley. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And now a 12-point Chicago lead.
Oh, to be blessed with athleticism and touch. Mobley has all the tools to be elite.
And the Hornets call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. A moment now to see the numbers for Magician. Averaging 15 points a game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's a great presence on the glass. He'll battle inside for every rebound.
He's certainly not afraid to mix it up. When bodies are around or flying, he's usually at the point of it. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
There's a screen by Toppin. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. Magician passes to Allen. Here's Magician. Outside, Smart. Pass to Toppin. Off target from outside. Hornets trail by 10. Hero with it. Brown sends a screen for Hero. Carries it from three-point range. Hero's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Making a huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
Smart dishes to Hunter. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Smart misses. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
Boy, aggressive defense from Toppin. Twice on the pipe. Send it back.
Allen finds Smart. Bounce pass Toppin. Allen left side. Shoots over Brown. Allen, that's good. Allen's got 6. 7 seconds left to play in the third. There's Hero with the 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the third. Cavaliers lead by 9. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Hornets trail by 9. Jakob Poeltl out there with Brown. Then there's LaMelo Ball. And it's Simpson in at the point guard. So that's the Hornets 5. Ball no good.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Charlotte has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Here's Simpson. Drains it from beyond the arc.
I'm surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
Magician passes to Allen. Here's Easy Breezy. Pass to Magician. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
The Hornets call time. Haywood's checked in for the Hornets. And Chicago also making a switch. Mobley, he's checked in for Allen. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to find out what Charlotte's coach was going over with his guys. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thanks, David. Let's get an update on Evan Mobley. David, what's his status?
Kevin, I caught up with the Cavaliers' head athletic trainer. And this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them. It's amazing. He's good to come back into the game. In fact, Kevin, he's already back in the game.
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Pass to Magician. Here's Easy Breezy. Shoots a fader. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Boy, you cannot leave him alone like that. Good form on the fadeaway jumper.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. 15-point game. The Hornets call time. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to Hero. Three-pointer. That one falls through. It's his sixth make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
And this is why many are high on Hero. Possesses ability to kick it up a notch and just take over.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Mobley left side. Shot clock at 6. Mobley a screen for the three. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Chicago.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And these guys have played very well this season, and this win tonight, guys, will push their win column up to 55.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
The three cans it from downtown. And the Cavaliers lead by 18.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. There's a good screen. Simpson, the pass to Okogie.
Well, Josh Okogie has the kind of frame and aggression that allows him to play through contact. Nice job drawing the foul.
And the first one drops. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those free throws and trim the lead even more.
Stevens, the pass to Toppin. To the middle. Here's Clutch. Back to Toppin. 4 on the clock. Here's Smart. Offline with his 3. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was overwhelming. The fans waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now we present our player of the game.
trail look like a spider, it's crawling $1 on just the accessories. She made me wanna go harder, I like her harder, I think I'm obsessed with her. Birthday, the worst way, he had a wish. I get right under their skin, I don't even try, I guess I can't help it. I'ma have love for bro for life, we talk or not, I step with it. Of course you could beat me at talking, ain't no back and forth, wait till we catch up with it. And making the opposite mad, I done fell in love with it. You can't sell fish with a cute one, make account look good, it's a new one. You the type like the type of computers, got a mask but he ain't no. Top 10 but she don't act bougie, man your friends can go to a room. His friends that depend on my mood, Maybach van, this ain't no Uber. We could go ban for ban. We can go M for M. Mama got a body like Kim and them. Mama been killing that gym. We can go watch from chain to chain, the rings, I'm him. I done got rich, but I'm still with it. Land in London and go to the ends. We could go ban for ban. We can go M for M. $250,000 for the Maybach truck. Double R with the factory rims. I got the 90, the years, the version, the bribes, I'm really the threat. It's got to the point that I don't even care. I got jewels in a safe that I don't even wear. Now go and turn me loose. Yeah. I'm getting in my groove. Feel real good right now. Yeah. Feel real good right now. Now go and turn me loose. You never get loose. Now go and turn me loose. Yeah. Now go and take a number. It's real hot to miss like I'm in the yellow Hummer. Got you breathing heavy like you was a runner. Chilling with my crew, we gon' do it till the sun up. Yeah. 90s baby, I grew up on driving. A little bit of daylight when the feeling come alive. It's like engine number 9, take it back this time. Let it clear your mind, rewind. Yeah. It's a feeling you can't describe. Now go and close your eyes, and it'll be alright. Yeah. It's a feeling you can't describe. We on a steady climb, and it'll be just fine. Yeah. Now go and turn me loose. I'm getting in my groove. I'm feeling real good right now. Now go and turn me loose. You know I can't lose. Now go and turn me loose. Come on, baby, I'm all in my zone. The way that I'm rocking, you know that it's on. Last record was truly imperial. Back in the lab, making new material. Eating rappers for breakfast, I was skipping the cereal. Where I made it from, it's like quite the miracle. But I don't take nothing for granted. Now we keep y'all dancing for a decade now. Now we planned it. It's a feeling you can't describe. Now go and close your eyes, and it'll be alright. Yeah. It's a feeling you can't describe. We on a steady climb, and it'll be just fine. Yeah. Now go and turn me loose. I'm getting in my groove. Now go and turn me loose. You know I can't lose. Now go and turn me loose. Yeah. All I wanna say, I saw do my thing and have myself a nice day.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. And on tap tonight, it's the Celtics going up against the Cavaliers. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. And to look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And the attrition of the long season showing itself. Both teams making do at less than full strength.
And the starting group for Chicago. They've got DeAndre Hunter, and it's easy breezy in at the point guard position. And for the Celtics, we've got Kristaps Porzingis, Derek White out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Brown in at the 3 slot. Well, Grant, we're deep into the season now. For teams who will miss the playoffs, where are their heads at, you think?
Well, B.A., first of all, it's a chance for some of the others to show out. Their focus should be on finishing strong. And realistically, you start planning for the offseason. But there are still games left to play.
Here's Magician. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Brown passes to Tatum. Outside White. And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
That's good from White. That one misses. Here's Clutch. Coming off a 12-point game. Outside Hunter. Just 5 on the clock. There's the three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Brown. From the top of the key. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good.
And that's a good-looking jump shot from Jaylen Brown.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Easy Breezy. Boston pulls it in.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher in tight.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Chicago. Here's Brown. Coming off a 12-point game.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Here's Brown. Smart grabs a miss.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
18 feet out. He squares up and sinks it.
You rarely see Smart operate in the mid-range, but he just takes what the defense gives him on that possession.
Outside, Brown. White for three, and he buries his first look.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
The Cavs have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Here's Easy Breezy. Oh!
Wow!
Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Can, bringing you the sauce. Boston trails by 3. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
Always a tough atmosphere on the road. They were right in it, but just didn't make enough plays.
Yeah, they had their chances and put up a fight, but it's so hard to win close games on the road.
Let's see some of the numbers here for Kristaps Porzingis.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far.
The unique perspective of a big. Porzingis has great awareness and the ability to easily find the open man.
Here's Stevens. Toppin, a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Stevens, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's White. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Drops in the three.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
A minute 31 left in the first quarter. Toppin right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Stevens. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Stevens has got 5.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Yeah, I love the answer from Porzingis. Don't sleep on his three-point shot.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You look at the Cavaliers, a fantastic season so far for them. First place in the conference. And, of course, there's the Celtics. They're a ways down in the standings.
Well, I think for the Cavaliers, their fans were expecting a lot from this team this year, and they haven't disappointed them. It's been a terrific season, and they're far from done yet heading into the playoffs.
Here's Stevens. 5 points in the game. Here's Smart. Boston pulls it in.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
And here's Brown for three. Sends it home from three-point land. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Smart. Pass to Norris. Launches a three. Can't hit that one. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Boston out in front, up by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Boston?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
We've got Jason Tatum, DeAnthony Melton out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Larson in at the 4. And for the Cavaliers, they've got DeAndre Hunter, and it's Magician in at the shooting guard. The teardrop. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys, but now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
We've got DeAnthony Melton, Jason Tatum out there with Brandon Clark, and it's Claxton in at the 2.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. And for Chicago, they've got DeAndre Hunter, and it's easy breezy in at the point guard. From deep, Melton. Hunter with the rebound.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions. Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Pickett, he's checked in for Boston. Let's look back on this past month and see the teams who are lights out from three-point range. Number 1, Chicago.
Well, a hot streak like this breeds confidence, a virtuous cycle. You see shots going down, you take that next one with extreme confidence.
That one's good. This game is all even. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Outside Tatum. Oh, Tatum taking
poor rim. Tatum plays with such an edge.
Hunter the screen. Pass to Easy Breezy. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Magician. Gets the 3 ball to go. Magician's got 5 points.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Pickett. Throws it up high. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Both teams deciding to change it up. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Stevens. 5 points in the game. Allen with a screen on White. And that one's good. Magician's got 5 points now this quarter.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Here's Stevens. 1:44 left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Toppin. Clock at 6. Tries it from 19. And that's good. His first bucket of the game. Boston has got 6 of 7 threes to fall. They're looking solid out there. Tatum passes to DiVincenzo. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of basketball. 6 to shoot. Here's Tatum. The rebound by Magician.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Allen a screen. Here's Stevens. Fires in the triple. And now a 3-point Chicago lead.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Now here's White. The 3, DiVincenzo. And again, Boston with the triple.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
A nice shot by Toppin.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics.
They just couldn't get it done against this team last time. Their starters got into quick trouble because of some cheap fouls.
Yeah, and that comes down to playing reckless defense. They need to have more discipline and do a better job of guarding without fouling.
Pass to Magician. Here's Stevens. Allen with a screen on Brown. Here's Stevens. Yep, that one's good. Stevens has got 10 points in the game.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Chicago ahead, up by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Thanks for being here. Let's kick things off with a check on the NBA Players of the Week. For the East, LaMelo Ball.
Well, LaMelo's been incredible. I'll tell you, he has been an elite scorer and passer who can single-handedly dictate the pace of the game, Shaq.
And when it comes to this award, it doesn't hurt that he got that razzle-dazzle to his game. What a job they did from three-point land. I don't know if they can keep this up, though, Kenny.
Yeah, it's hard to hit threes at this pace for a whole game, but hey, as long as you're hot, keep taking them.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
we've got second half action for you. And if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Chicago leading by 4. Jason Tatum out there with Kristaps Porzingis. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Jaylen Brown. And it's White in at the 2. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Now here's Hunter. 4 on the clock. Easy breezy, the pass to Clutch. Puts up a 3. Boston pulls it in. Next game against the Bulls at United Center. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Hunter. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Hunter, the screen. Shoots over Brown. Hunter, good. 5 points in the game.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And it's worth looking at the league's top scorers for the past month. These guys have been on a tear. Jason Tatum, 4th.
And this last month has been truly special for him. He's scoring at will and in a rhythm on offense.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Outside, DiVincenzo. Outside, Brown. DiVincenzo on the wing. 5 on the clock. White for 3. It's tipped. Pass to Magician. Here's Clutch. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from them.
Now here's Tatum. 10 points for him. Left side, Brown. Look at Brown getting it done inside.
That's just Jaylen Brown putting in the work in close.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to review the game plan. Claxton, he's checked in for White. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Allen with a screen on DiVincenzo. Smart outside. Left side, Hunter. Allen with a screen on Claxton. And here's Hunter from the arc. The shot's good. Hunter's gotten his third basket of the night. Boston trails by 8. Outside Porzingis. Pass to Brown. Bullseye! Jaylen Brown!
Brown does a nice job of staying ready and making himself a weapon off the ball.
To the right side. Here's Easy Breezy. DiVincenzo covering. Brown with the steal. And they're pushing it up. And DiVincenzo with a basket on the assist by Brown. And now just a 3-point Chicago lead. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Smart outside. Pass to Easy Breezy. Shot clock at 6. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Dante DiVincenzo.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the night. And he drops a first. Boston making a switch here. So hits one and misses one at the line. Boston trails by 4. And he lobs it up. It's tipped. Back to Melton. The 3 is up. Hunter with the rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Toppin a screen on Brown. Inside. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. That one goes in. Claxton's got his first basket.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And that one's good. Melton.
Oh my, sinking yet another mid-range jumper.
Here's Easy Breezy, a go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. It'll count. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. That's the end of the third, and it's tied up. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Cavaliers. They've got DeAndre Hunter, and it's Magician in at the 2-guard spot.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Pass to Hunter. Here's Magician. There's the triple. Drills it from deep.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Claxton. Cans it with nobody near him. And the Celtics lead by 2.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish. In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And Boston with some changes. Washington comes in for Clark. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Melton. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. And he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Clutch's shot is off. For Boston, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Outside Tatum, and the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
An ascending superstar, Tatum has really honed in on what he does best on the offensive end.
No good on the second free throw.
And right about now, at this point in the game, there can be a massive difference between a 2- and 3-point advantage.
Here's Hunter. Softly drops in the floater.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Brown. Free throw line jumper. No good. A bit long that time. Chicago's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Hunter passes to Clutch. Hunter, screen on Porzingis. Here's Clutch. Oh, yes, the turnaround. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Stepping up in the big moment. I mean, an incredible job of finding his shot.
Nice job taking the initiative. Coaches will encourage you to take that if you have a good look.
Again, the miss by Boston. For Chicago, they've gotten 4 or 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Pass to Magician. Here's Easy Breezy. Hunter the screen. Here's Easy Breezy. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help.
Off the line, Jason Tatum.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got zero quitting.
Easy Breezy, pass to Clutch. Hunter, screen on Tatum. Pass to Magician. Here's Clutch. Here's Magician. That three's off the mark.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
Well, the mid-range has been open for them, so you've got to take what the defense gives, and that's been a great attack in this situation.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Clutch. Oh, he buries it from outside.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
Yeah, you love to see a quick bucket off the inbound. Well done.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
That's exactly what this team needs right now, completing the and one.
Here's Easy Breezy. Pass to Clutch. And it's good.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Brown passes to Tatum. Chicago with a rebound.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Here's Easy Breezy. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
And Boston calls time here. They're behind by 4. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
An uphill battle for them. Everything has to go perfectly.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
And it's in. And that one brings them within 1.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game.
That was a giant trip to the line.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
Absolutely need a 3 here.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Good on the first, and that brings him within 2 here. And both free throws good for Brown. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. White for 3. No good from 3-point range.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And so Chicago takes the win. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And time now for our player of the game.
Get plenty. Got a foreign little baddie in the crew with the face caked up, but you know that's. Took a snap in the E-class crew, now she tryna ask who's picking up in the Benz. Come off that flex, man, I'm not tryna flirt, man, you know I'm just friendly. These ties, man, I might with the losing the way to a crib, so she know I step pricey. Her old man left like a weirdo, I'm a hero, money ain't nothing like me. Can't force my flex as a function, do it nicely, be something man like me. Got my game back in like 010, but man, YG's I'm in love with the 90s. Don't shoot me no stripes, my bro, man, that's not like me, only step in the Nikes. You say my bro got a check, but I said lie with man, just spend that wisely. Don't flex your checks on Snapchat or IG, don't do it on IG. Lie, bro. Yeah, don't do it on IG.
You never forget your first panic attack. Too big of a one, too many backs. No word of a lie, Jack. Trust me, the track and get sidetracked. When I think of my first panic attack, I'm right back in the love shack. We've been here before, Jack, and we ended up with a sight quack, and it's my trauma to try and unpack. So breathe, just breathe, just breathe. Tell me what you see. You feel you're healed, but you gotta believe. Just breathe whilst you're down on your knees. Just breathe, yeah, you just gotta breathe. Yeah, you just gotta breathe.
immédiatement intrigué. La fillette va pleurer et implorer sa pitié, mais plus elle le suppliait, plus l'homme prenait plaisir. Dans sa tête, il a commencé à penser à des trucs bizarres. Ensuite, le garçon va faire quelque chose de choquant. Cet homme venait d'ouvrir son propre cerveau et avait instantanément acquis une sorte de super pouvoir. Il avait développé un pistolet à air comprimé avec son doigt. Il pouvait provoquer des accidents juste par la pensée. Il avait juste à passer son doigt sur l'écran et il pouvait modifier librement le sol de son environnement. Ses amis en vieux pensaient qu'avec de telles capacités, il ne devait pas faire de farce et servir la société comme un héros. Pourtant, l'homme trouvait qu'être un héros était trop compliqué. Alors sur le chemin du retour, après avoir tourné 2 fois sur lui-même, il va choisir au hasard d'entrer dans une maison. Sans aucune raison, il va éliminer une femme d'un coup de feu. Ensuite, il va se rendre dans la salle de bain et éliminer l'homme qui s'y trouvait, regardant impuissant l'enfant se noyer sous sa porte. À ce moment-là, la mère de la famille va rentrer à la maison. Dès qu'elle va entrer, elle a été choquée par la scène qui s'offrait à elle. Le garçon va regarder la fillette terrifiée, mais il ne va pas lui tirer immédiatement dessus. Au lieu de cela, il va la pousser vers l'escalier et lui demander doucement quel manga elle lisait habituellement. En apprenant qu'elle aimait aussi One Piece, il a été immédiatement intrigué. La fillette va pleurer et implorer sa pitié, mais plus elle le suppliait, plus l'homme prenait plaisir. Dans sa tête, il a commencé à penser à des trucs bizarres. Ensuite, le garçon va faire quelque chose de choquant. Cet homme venait d'ouvrir son propre
The price of progress is pain. Most people do not want to experience pain. They like comfort.
You got to pay a price for winning. But most people are willing to pay it. You got to pay it.
The price of progress is pain. Most people do not want to experience pain. They like comfort.
You got to pay a price for winning.